Hey everybody, Joshua 6 Up Tabletop, back at it again, a new video, this time covering the French line for Epic Battles Waterloo from Warlord Games. Let's take a look. So taking a look at the Sprew, this is the French Infantry Sprew. If you have one of the collector or starter boxes, it comes with, tons and tons of these. So just breaking down the models themselves, there is 8 different infantry sections that go into making the line infantry. There are 4 that are, let's see if we can get that, 4 with greatcoats, and with this command section 4 that are just in their jackets. So it is split among jackets and then among greatcoats, which is cool. It's certainly both were used in Waterloo during that fight, so it's cool to see that they have those displayed. It makes it a little awkward in modeling, as we'll see as I show the completed units, but overall cannot complain. I think these are well crafted sprues and they look pretty good on the table. So no complaints for me here on the sprue. And let's go take a look at the models. Alright, first and foremost, I'm just going to cover, I made an officer here. So this would be my brigade commander for the infantry. It included on each one of the infantry sprues. I think it turned out quite well. Pretty generic. Nothing too special about it. White horse. This is a similar horse that I used for just to show my horse cavalry. Horse cannon, as you can see here. But like I mentioned in that horse cannon video, that I had exchanged the heads, so this is what they would look like. Pretty similar, except the one on the right being for the artillery and the one on the left having the bicorn. Alright, talking about painting the models. In my experience, I enjoyed painting these models. I believe that they were almost maybe a little bit more difficult than actually painting the British models. Like a British line unit, I just think there's more different colors. Yeah, with the British, it's kind of just like red and gray. It makes it easier to blend in your mass formations, where the French are pretty particular on different colors, different looks. So I felt like that actually added more time. Going through it, we have the different companies. So I don't know, it's a little pointy thing, but on our left here, we have the Grenadiers, and then there's another different company with them. So obviously the Grenadiers have their reds, epaulets, and to designate them as the elite company. Now, one thing I did mention, as you can see in the front here, it's all their short jackets, and then on the back, in the back column, they all have their greatcoats. So as you can see, at least from the back of these models, that they're all, the back lines are all in their greatcoats, on the front are all in the normal coats. So that's, I don't know, that makes the modeling a little bit weird, but I've painted a lot of 28mm French in their greatcoats from the Warlord starting set. So I felt like I just wanted to show off and have the French without wearing their overcoats. Nothing too special about the center, and just have like the little wool or cotton things designate the different companies and their different colors. This is with the flag. It's supposed to designate it as the 10th line, but there's nothing in my research or anything that designated them particularly different, like color or scheme wise. And then, as I typically do, I have my 3 bases of units, and then I just break off the light company into a separate, I cut them in half, and I have the Voltigeurs be their own little separate unit, so that it's easy to make different formations. Like I demonstrated in the past, I can make a nice little square formation with this unit. So if they go into square to prevent being charged by cavalry or just to hold a certain area of the battlefield, I think that looks quite well. They are also how I would demonstrate it. They would go into column attack, and then you can group them up something like so. I think that works out quite well visually. Yeah. And then there's other formations they can go into, but overall, my review of the just generic. I say generic, but they really are the bread and butter, and as Napoleon said, the sinew of the French army. I'm quite pleased with how they turned out. Happy with this. Happy with the kit. I think it really demonstrates the French quite well on the battlefield. I think they'll look good on the battlefield with their different colors. My only criticism is not really criticism, but my takeaway here is that since they are split into just their normal gear and the gray coats, it looks a little weird, like alternating. So like if I did great coats in the front, and then great coats in the back, and then great coats in the front, I think that would mix it up a little bit. It would look good, but I think that also looks a little weird. Since it does come 4 and 4, it's implied that like every base of yours is supposed to have great coats. I think I would recommend taking some of them and like dividing them amongst different battalions. So for instance, I would have a battalion over the course of like splitting up multiple battalions worth of models, sprues, to have like one battalion where I can have them all in great coats, and one battalion to have them all in just their normal dress coats, and then a couple battalions where I can have them split here and there. So I think that will make some of the units feel a little bit different, but also add some contrast and value across your army. Other than that, this is Joshua 6 Up Tabletop. Hope you enjoyed my review and kind of just like talking about painting and modeling French line infantry for Epic Battles Waterloo. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.